Hello, and welcome to this demo from Vitesse Digital. Today, we'll be showing you a prototype of our newest product, which we call Flow. This product aims to increase the efficiency of information workers working in any software application by up to as much as 30%, and in some cases, even more. The Flow solution is an augmentation to the interface of any software application. This is done to such a degree that the software in question can be navigated at an immensely faster rate. This is the Optimus Maximus keyboard, and this is the Optimus Aux keyboard. They are both so-called display keyboards and work perfectly together with the Flow solution. The picture in the bottom right is a close-up of the Optimus Maximus numpad section. We'll be using this section of the keyboard for our demo. Now let's launch Flow and see what happens. As you can see, the keyboard now displays a variety of icons. This is the default state of Flow, which acts as a launcher-style application. For example, if I want to launch Microsoft Word, I can click the Office button and then the Word button, and Word starts. I can launch folders, and I can launch other applications, websites, or whatever I like. Let's say I am editing some text on the Vitesse Digital website. I seem to remember the document with the revised text is on our Google Apps account, so let's go there first. Pay close attention to the keyboard in the lower right corner. As Google Apps is launching, the keys change to reflect Google Apps' specific commands. I can, for example, check my mail, calendar, documents, and so on. I can also go to sites with one click. I can even create a new site, also with one click, which we will do now for testing. There. Let's try that again with a magnified keypad. We'll launch Google Apps, and as Google Apps is launching, we will get specific commands for this particular application. We can access our mail, calendar, and our files. We can also access the Sites section, and we can create new sites. This means we can execute any specific commands for Google Apps as long as the application is active. I remember now that the text is actually in my marketing folder. This is a deeply nested folder, so I'll have to open my Windows Explorer and navigate to the right drive and subfolder. Or I can just open it through Flow, like this. Now, let's open the file for editing. As you can see, the keys change to reflect word-specific commands. Let's say I'm inserting a picture here, and maybe a page break here, here, and here. Finally, I have to insert a table of contents. However, I can't really remember what the table of contents icon looks like. It is not clear from the current icons. So, I press my Flow button, which brings up a graphical overlay, which explains the icons with text. I can see now this is the table of contents. So I press the button, and the table of contents is generated. So, now the editing is done, and I want to send it to my coworker for review. First, however, I'd like to check my Skype, as I just got a message a moment ago. Seems like it is nothing important. I'll just switch my status to Do Not Disturb for the moment and minimize. OK, so we wanted to send these changes to my coworker. Instead of using Outlook, let's use Flow for this. First, I'll navigate to my file, which is in my marketing folder. Then, as I select the file, Flow recognizes this and presents commands for this specific file or file type. For example, I can convert to PDF, send it in an email, or I can send it very quickly to one of my favorite recipients. For example, I send a lot of emails to these guys, so they're on my shortlist. With one click, I can send this file to them in an email. So, if I send it to this guy here, the email has actually already been sent. We can check Outlook. There's the mail in the outbox, just having been sent. In case you were wondering, the Optimus Maximus keyboard is not the only device that works with Flow. Flow can use such devices as the Nostromo SpeedPad, smartphones such as the iPhone and Android, external touchscreens, and a whole range of other devices. It can also work simply as a software solution with any ordinary keyboard. In addition, any elements of the application, such as shortcuts, application-specific commands, and so on, are easily configured. And while we have covered applications such as Word, Outlook, and Skype in this demo, it's important to understand that Flow can execute any command or series of commands in any application, be it desktop or web-based. This concludes our demo from Vitesse Digital. Thank you for watching.